Number 4 on our top 10 keys to the game, things to look out for in this Miami Dolphins versus New York Jets Monday Night Football games and their fancy threads. Is the Dolphins offense finally ready to throw the ball downfield, right? After frustratingly focusing on screens and short throws, which you and I have been screaming to legitimately, even my post, I've been yelling at my post guy, right? To like, why are we not throwing the ball downfield? We started seeing it a little bit, right? We saw a little glimpses of it against the Bills, right? Yeah. Those play actions, and it all starts with the run game, and our run game did well with Ollie Gordon and, you know, and Devon Achane really starting to churn. And we fed off of that into play action, right? And then a little bit of screens, and then we went downfield again, and not our fault. Tyreek can't catch a ball anymore. But with the struggling Jets secondary, albeit with a very star player in Sauce Gardner. Sauce Gardner? Is that
Sauce Gardner? Yep.
Yeah. This could be a game where we finally see it, right? Where we finally see, you know what? We're 0-3. Pardon my French for those of you that are sensitive to foul language, but fuck it. Let's see what happens, right? I mean, look, we can't get any worse, right? So what are your thoughts?
I was hopeful that we were ready to start pushing the ball back down the field after the Patriots game. Tua averaged 9.8 yards per completion. He was pushing the ball down the field. He was looking like a little bit of 2023 Tua again. Yeah. And against the Bills, we saw some long passes, but 12 of his 22 completions were at or behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Like, that means he only had 10 completions past the line of scrimmage. That's insane. That's insane.
And that's not on Tua.
His average depth of completion was 4.3 yards.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's running backs with better yards per carry averages than that. It's like, I just don't get it, man. Like,
there's also better running backs with better passing yards than that.
Well, yeah, and I know like we like to blame McDaniel for this, but you know, I'm not a tape guy. You're a tape guy. Our friend Taylor's a tape guy. You guys have both watched. It's Tua. He's the one not pushing it down the field. He's got guys down there. He's just mentioned it in the reaction show. He's playing scared. He's scared he's going to get hit. He's scared that the offensive line's going to collapse. He's scared if he throws an interception, blah, blah, blah. But then he goes and throws the stupidest interceptions you've ever seen. Like, the defenses don't need to play back because Tua is not going to force them to. And until he starts doing that again, it's 2024 all over again.
Yeah, and I am very cautious with saying it's all Tua, right? And I know
it's not all Tua, but I mean, like,
I know what you mean. I
get it's 50-50 at least.
Yeah, I know. I totally get it. I'm with you 100. You and I are on the same page on this, I promise. However, it is and I'm not saying this in response to what you said, but just in general, from everything that I'm hearing on podcasts and TV and networks and and YouTube channels and all that other stuff, it's, well, Tua doesn't do insert thing, right? But it is on Tua. Mm-hmm. Tua is a problem right now, and not a good problem.
Yeah.
But Tyreek Hill running the wrong routes, not catching balls. You have Waddle falling down on a few routes. You have, false starts, or you have Malik Washington jumping the gun before the ball snapped. You have Mike McDaniel calling dumbass plays over and over and over again instead of sticking with what's working. We run the ball and we're throwing the ball down the field, and then we get inside the red zone, and all he does is screen passes and bubble screens. And it's like, dude, I don't know what his deal is. So this is a joint effort.
Yeah.
But Tua needs to get his shit together. And we've said it numerous times in various ways. Tua needs to stop overthinking everything, right? Because that's what it looks like he's doing.
You know what's frustrating with watching the rest of the league, though, is that, like, the manufactured bubble screens and stuff don't need to happen. No. We're consistently seeing delayed routes throughout the league that work extremely well, with a running back sitting blocking for 1-2 Mississippi and then releasing, right? Like, tight ends aplenty. Tanner Conner has been invisible. Julian Hill finally had a nice catch in this Bills game. It gets called back for a legal man downfield or whatever the heck it was. Like, man,
Darren Waller's coming back, so all is solved.
I got to be honest. I think Julian's looked great this year.
He really has.
Like, we hated Julian Hill last year.
It tastes like vinegar saying it, though.
It's awful. But in that Bills game, he showed something. He showed the ability to get open. He showed the ability to get down the field. And he did have 2 really nice catch and runs, and one of them unfortunately got called back. Listen, to get to the point of can we throw it down the field, I think that's the only way we're going to start winning is if we do. So either you don't want to lose your job, so you start to push the ball down the field more, or you don't care enough to about losing your job, and you lose your job because you refuse to do it. So that's the options at this point.
Yeah, exactly. And one thing we said on after in the Bills reaction show, which I think really rung true to me and really kind of changed, you know, my perspective on some things is that Mike McDaniel, when things aren't working, he doesn't adjust. He adds more complexity to something that's not working in the hopes that it fixes it. Right. So what was a one Mississippi, two Mississippi, then leak out, right, as the kind of last remaining option as the, emergency pull break glass kind of thing. Now it's okay. Well, we're going to run this guy in motion because that didn't work. So we're going to run Tyreek Hill over here, and then he's going to stop halfway and then run back. So he's full sprint into his route. Okay. Well, that didn't work because he got jammed at the line of scrimmage or he ran out of bounds and wasn't able to catch the ball. So we're going to, okay, I got an idea, guys. We're going to do Waddle and Hill in motion, and then we're going to motion Achane out the backfield, but he's going to come back. And it's just this complexity that is so unnecessary that if Mike McDaniel can just, and I'm saying this as somebody that's never coached anything higher than flag football in college, right? So what the hell do I know? But if you can just simplify your offense a smidge even to allow your players to do what they do best. We have very talented wide receivers. We have very talented running backs. And I don't care what you say about Tua. He looks like shit all season, but he's a talented quarterback. He's one of 32 starting quarterbacks in this NFL.
Right.
You have talent on this team. Let your talent speak for itself instead of trying to engineer your talent to be successful. And I think if Mike McDaniel can get out of his own way a little bit, even, I think we'll see this team kind of turn the corner a little bit. I'm not saying we'll start winning games, but at least we'll look like a somewhat competent offense.